Folks, rain's really coming down, so that's going to be it for this fence install. It goes pretty quick, especially when the ground's nice and soft. So tomorrow, once the rain moves through, I'll get the rest of it up, and then we can get the goats moved. So see you tomorrow. You can see I got a little bit of a gap, so now comes the mix and match of shortening one meet up with the end of the other. So without further ado, we'll see if this will match. I doubt that it will. And this is one of the tricks that you gotta go through. And it's always real easy when you're on nice flat ground. But when you're going up and down hills and around trees that you've previously cut down, this makes it a little bit challenging. But in the end, I will win. what I'll do right here where there's a little sag is... Okay, now I'm going to connect our solar energizer to the system. This one is set up really easily so that it's got prongs on the bottom, and you basically face it to the south, push it down into the ground a good ways. Take your black clip and clip it to one of the grounding posts, and then you take your hot lead clip it to the two pieces of fence where they connect, and then push that button. Flashing light is good, and I can see that I've got a couple of places on the fence that are grounded. So what I'll do is I'll get a couple of fiberglass or plastic fence posts that you can get from one of the box stores and go around the fence completely and put one in so I can set the fence on top of it and it not ground, and then we'll be ready for goats. Okay, now this is the equipment I'm going to use to finish up this fence. Basic little fiberglass fence rods, mostly used for electric fences, but I'm also going to be using this Can-Am Outlander 6x6. Back in a couple of years ago, I'd just carry these things around and stick them in the right places, but after a car wreck that has caused some problems with my leg, it makes it a whole lot harder to do that. So I'm going to use the tools that we have available rather than work hard. So I'm always a believer in working smarter, not harder. But for the record, Can-Am is not sponsoring this. They did not ask me to do a promo on this piece of equipment, but I can just tell you that I love it, and it's a great tool to have around the farm. And you want to talk about simple operation, flip the switch to on, hit the green button, and it starts. So I'll catch you when I get to some fence postings. Okay, so right here I got two places where the fence is resting on the ground because of that stump. And what I'm going to do is basically take a fence rod, put it in there, step on it, and then raise the fence up so that it's not touching. Okay, now with this fence, I mean, we're putting goats in here, so it doesn't have to be right up against the ground, but you also want to keep it close enough that deters dogs and cats from getting in there. But you know, something that simple keeps it up off the ground. So I'm going to go back to this one and raise it so it's up off the ground and it keeps it from sagging. Alright, so I'm going to ride around and do the rest of them, see if there's any more, and I'll get back with you once I hook it up. Alright, well, It took me all told about 2 hours to set up 3 panels that are 164 feet long each, and connect the energizer to it, and also go around and put some extra support posts in to make sure that it's staying close to the ground and also not sagging. But I don't know if you can see, but it started raining again fairly hard, so this is going to be the end for today, and tomorrow we'll go try and wrangle some goats and get some goats in the pen.